morning. How are you today? Well, off to some eatings today, so I'm a little early. Do you have kids in school? I remember, coming home from school, and my mom would say things like, "How was school today?" And you know what I'd say? "Fine." And then she'd say, "Well, did you learn anything interesting today?" And I'd say, "No." To me, it was, first off, I was tired. Second, it was kind of a game to give the minimum answer. Now, since then, I moved into journalism and have to interview people, and I found the same tactic among FFA students. It wasn't misinformation, it was just disinformation. So tell me about your FFA project. It's good. What is it? Cows, whatever. And they would just try to, and once they developed the cadence of single syllable answers, well, you were done. You were done. So I'm reading this book. It's called The Magic of Dialogue. Randy McCoy, thanks for the suggestion. It's interesting. It's also a little bit perplexing. He spends a lot of time defending the word dialogue. Interesting. Monologue means one person. I guess I'm having a monologue. Dialogue, I mean, that's two, right? Dialogue. No, that would be dialogue or bilog. Dialogue has the root of seeing through, like diaphanous fabric, right? A diagram. The root is seeing. So to him, dialogue is a conversation where you gain insight of the other person's perspective. So he's going around defending the word dialogue. I say good luck with that. Nobody's going to hear you say that. Just say insightful conversation. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to have insightful conversation. It's not a debate. I was just fixing a cup of coffee in the morning. Obviously, this guy isn't a fan of public education. He calls them failure factories. Oh, okay. Well, are you going to have an insightful conversation with somebody who works in education when you say, "Let's talk about your failure factories"? There was a show on radio or a TV. There was the Bickersons, right? And there's this couple that just loved to fight. And I think there was a punchline, "And that's when the fight broke out. And that's when the fight broke out." A psychologist who said, marriage counselor says to this husband, "Listen, why don't you just start a conversation with your wife with a simple question? Ask her a question." And, "Okay, I'll try it." He came back the next day. It didn't work. "What was your question?" "You know what your problem is?" So, you have kids at home. You have grandkids. You have people you're trying to communicate. Play a game of chess in your mind and see what they're going to say. Okay. So you don't ask a yes/no question. "How was work today?" "Fine." Okay. "How was school today?" "Fine." Yeah, it was stressful. They may not want to even talk about it. What was the most interesting part of your day today? Now, your spouse may go along with that. Your kid's going to go, "Oh, that's a lot of work." And they're just not even going to answer the question. I don't know. What'd you eat today? Food. I don't remember. Okay. Well, you get to fight another day, but these are questions that you think about a little bit like a chess move. What will I say? And then what are they most likely to say? Tell me something interesting about your teacher. There's a chance they will answer that question. My wife was talking to one of our grandchildren who was, again, non-communicative. What was the loudest part about your day? The bus. Why? Well, it makes these beep beep sounds, very loud. Well, it's her first day of first grade, and that is the beginning of something. Now you can have a conversation, an insightful conversation. So think about that. You'll go out in the world today, you'll meet 5 people. What is a question you can ask that will give you insight into that person? It's worth thinking about. Once you get about 5 or 6 of those questions, they work for everybody, right? And that will be a good thing. Well, God's got your day figured out for you. Just step in the path. Be bold. Be courageous. Be joyful. I'm Jeff Gould, America's Storyteller. Have a good day.